Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 2023, your May 16th, 2023, Jupiter entering into Taurus. Now, this is a big deal because we haven't seen this energy in 12 years, so it's going to be rather powerful. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out and it helps me out tremendously, especially with the break I had to do because of family issues, family illnesses, and everything like that. So, thank you so very much for all your kindness, all your support. You guys are just amazing. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Right here, the Princess of Wands reversed. So what's interesting is Jupiter is representative of Sagittarius energy, right? So it comes through as fire, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So here we have the Princess of Wands reverse. Be mindful during this time. We can become a little bit childish in our passions, in what we desire, in how we expect things to unfold, and how we want things to move forward. So be very aware of this during this time. We can also be having a bit of difficulty with fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've come out of Jupiter in Aries, and that can be a difficult time for us. A sense of Aries is always ready for a fight, and a good Aries is so powerful, so determined. It's like a fantastic leader, but that sense of I've been ready for a fight and I've had to take on, because we'll find also in Aries with Jupiter and Aries, there's a sense of like I've had to take on a lot of fights, a lot of battles, whether they be internal battles or external battles. And that can be really rather intense. So just be aware of this for yourself, that you're coming out of this time period. It could be kind of pulling you back in. Let's see what Spirit wants us to be aware of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And here we have success. We're moving into a time that's going to be rather successful for us. We're coming home to this period. Taurus energy is a very homely period. It's a very sense of like having this warm, snuggy blanket wrapped around us, which I mean doesn't sound the best in summertime, but you know what I mean. There is a sense of comfort and support. And we're going to be moving into a time that we're going to be rather successful at. Jupiter's abundance plays off of Taurus's abundance. And Taurus's abundance isn't in like the metaphysical world. It's very much in the material world. We're going to be successful in material possessions, in material successes, in really moving forward. Aries had us, having that energy in the material successes, because fire sign is very much more material, of career and being able to move forward and fight for ourselves and be our greatest advocates. But now we're going to be settling into our energy and really coming home. And that's going to be really important for us, Cancer. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. Okay, very interesting. So we have all major arcana cards here, which is spectacular. We have the king, we have the emperor and the empress, right? The king and queen of the whole entire tarot, the rulers of the tarot. These are reversed. You can be having a soulmate connection, a true love connection coming into your life or in your life that you're not seeing right now. Lovers is also reversed. So that's going to be something that's very interesting. It's like your passion coming forward. The death card, strong Scorpio energy, dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. This is a huge time of transformation. You're going to see your soulmate connection transforming. You're going to see your love and your passion transforming too. And Cancer, for somebody who is ruled by the heart, that's going to be a really big thing. And you could have, I don't want to say breaking up of a relationship and a starting of a new, but it can almost feel like you guys were different people before. If you're in a relationship, okay, this is only for those who are in a relationship where it could feel like we were different people before. During this time, things transform and we become closer. But we're rediscovering what love is and what passion is and sensuality is for us. So be aware of that. That can be a little bit like, what are you talking about, Dean? But there's a sense of a rediscovery here. And it can be in any way, shape, or form. These are general readings. But there's a rediscovery here that is going to be very empowering for us with the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. So again, Jupiter enhances any planet. Jupiter is about abundance and knowledge and positive change. And Taurus is all about stability and calm and positivity and productivity and practicality and, sensuality. There we go. Not stability again, sensuality and its own abundance in this waking world. We feel much more relaxed during this time. We're releasing a lot of the energy around fighting. We can, and also around like things that we are really passionate about. We might not be as passionate, as passionately driven as we once were, which we can think of as a bad thing. I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing, but it's kind of like, well, how does this create more organically? How does this move me forward more organically for me? We're going to be looking at things. We're going to be feeling more comfortable in our own skin. We're going to feel more confident in our own skin, which is fantastic. And this is also a time with really prioritizing quality over quantity with people, relationships, things. It's going to be the quality of it over the quantity of it. And so the Queen of Wands reversed is very much a sense of a new dawn starting, but we're going to kind of be slow to the uptake of it. And we're going to be questioning a lot of what we're passionate about and a lot of what drives us. So be very aware of that. But we're also very rejoiciously leaving behind temper, behind, a sense of agitation and aggravation. So that's going to be a very good thing. Now we have the Emperor here. Jupiter is coming out of being in Aries, being in Taurus, but the Emperor reversed can be negative energy around the masculine, the sacred masculine in our lives. And there's a cleansing, there's a dying away of that negative energy around the sacred masculine. So we can be embracing more of the sacred masculine in our own existence, in what we desire for ourselves, in moving forward emotionally and beautifully, and in embracing our passions. We're not going to want to fight during this time. If we do have to fight and defend, that's going to be one thing, especially if it's for our loved ones. We can be absolutely fearsome with that. But I do see you, Cancer, moving into a much calmer, like see you very calm. It's very interesting because Gemini I see as the wind, but I'm also right now seeing you as the wind too. So if you have a connection to Gemini energy, I highly recommend you check that video out for Jupiter entering into Taurus, because there's that connection there with movement. So just be aware of this. But here there is a sense of, I don't need to be ready for battle anymore. I'm moving towards my heart and what I love and what I discover about myself. And what we love is transforming. And there is a real sense here, again, of a soulmate connection, a true love connection coming in, but it's transforming. We might not see each other right away, or this could be a person that we've known for a really long time coming into our lives, and slowly over time, the way that we see them changes. It's like it could be romantic, it could be more of a closer friendship than we have had before. But we have the death card, we have the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. And the white dogs with red ears in Welsh mythology, they're spirits from the underworld. And so here we're definitely having our spirit guides being much more connected in our lives, moving us forward. And that's going to be something that's really cool to see for ourselves, for what we want, for what we're discovering within us. We're going to see us transforming. This is going to be a time of emotional transformation. Others might not see it, and we might find that we pull away from certain things because we are going through such a powerful transformation, a transformation of the sacred masculine, a transformation of the sacred feminine, a finding our footing, finding our voice, seeing what we desire, and building something absolutely extraordinary. Right here, it's that things are out of balance. It's kind of like ships in the night, passing each other all the time. But I do see things starting to come into focus. And that's going to be what this time is all about. The the beauty of things coming into focus. What we have been overseeing, not paying attention to, it comes into focus. With the Empress, we might not want to be nurturing everything all the time. Like we don't want to be fighting, right? To keep the kingdom going. We might not want to be nurturing everything all the time. And people can be like, "Oh, Cancer, that's not like you." Cancer is always all about, nurturing everything and anyone. And we can be pulling back from that role and saying, well, what do I need? What do I desire? What do I want? And then we can feel terribly guilty and rather self-indulgent because of that. And we're not. So just be aware that with the Empress reversed, there is a sense of I'm pulling into my power in myself. And it's not for everybody else, it's for me. And it brings us to the Lovers reverse. We can see a relationship ending, a love coming to an end, but we can also see very powerfully here, I see a love transforming. And I see us transforming much more powerfully, much more in tune to what we want and what we truly desire now than we were before. And this is going to be a time of transformation. This is going to be a time of seeing things differently than we've had for a really long time. And it's going to be something that we're getting used to. This time of Jupiter entering into Taurus, it stabilizes us so much that we really see what we want, what we desire, what we love, what we need, and it changes the game for us. It doesn't mean that, if we're in relationships, we're going to get a divorce, or if we're not in relationships, we're never going to find anybody. What it means is we transform around the way that we're connecting with certain energies. And it makes us much more open to love. I know with the Lovers reverse, you'd be like, oh, Dane, how does it make us much more open to love? Because we've been through the trials and tribulations with love. And we've been through the heartbreaks and the pains. And our angels have always caught us, even if we don't think that they have. And we're going to see ourselves moving forward in a way that says, well, what is the heart saying? Which is something that for a lot of us Cancers, we learn how to oppress that energy and say, oh, it doesn't matter what the heart says. Like, let's move forward practically. Let's move forward, distinctly, determinedly, and, make a good go of it. But we forget our main superpower, which is our emotional ability to connect with the world in a way that most people never can. So don't lose sight of that at all. This is actually going to be a time where you're really calling that back to you. So if you don't feel comfortable connecting with emotions, this can be a wild ride. This really can be. But if you sit in meditation, if you do healings, if you center yourself in this connection of what you want and what you desire and what you need to expand your world, your heart will lead you on the most beautiful, beautiful adventure. And it will ground you in a way. It will plant new seeds in a way that you had never imagined. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of during this time is the High Priestess. That's exactly, oh, that's brilliant. I just can't help but laugh because the curtain is being pulled back, right? And we're seeing things so much more clearly. And we need to be mindful because emotionally we're feeling it so much. We're connecting so much. We're not about during this time. We're not about like going out and ruling and telling people what to do. We're about the emotional connection. And that can be just overwhelming for us. It's like the third eye opens, the chi flows, and it's like, what the heck is happening? It's kind of like if you've ever gotten a healing, and at the time you're getting a healing, you act all like out of whack, like completely not like yourself. And it's because you're so sensitive and everything's being put back into order that it can just send you for a loop until the healing is over and everything settles. And, it can take a couple of days even. So just be aware of this. Be aware that you're connecting in a way that is profound and it's powerfully, powerfully, powerfully you. And you're seeing things and your instincts are on point. So be aware. Our subconscious spirit message is joyous, and that's reversed. We're having a bit of difficulty embracing our joy and embracing, celebration. This is a time to surround ourselves subconsciously, consciously with joy, with beauty, with love for self and what we desire. It's a time of being joyous. Write joyous on your mirror, and write it different places so that you're surprised by it. You don't have it up there and you start to not see it anymore. look at things and ask yourself, at different times of the day, have an alarm go off and have it say, like, are you being joyous? Is there joy in your life right now? And see what comes out. Like, see what comes up. Our subconscious message from spirit here is justice. This is Libra energy. Things are coming into balance. Subconsciously, we know it. We're really going to feel kind of more out of whack until that Libra time period, which is, the mid of September to the mid of October. So I know that feels like a really long way away. But to have all these big, heavy hitting energies come into balance, major arcana, which are things that we can't really run away from. And again, we had a major arcana come up, in both of the tarot decks, warnings and, not warnings. That's going to be powerful for us. And that's going to move us in a direction that we hadn't thought of before. So just as things come into balance, and to remember, we have to be just to ourselves. We can't just be fair to everybody else, just to everybody and everything else. We need to be just to ourselves too. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love all of you, and be well. God bless. Bye.